Heyo, viewers. This evening, or rather it's not evening yet, but anyhow, today, I did receive an interesting comment from WB668, or at least that is his channel handle. WB, basically. And he saith, I have been in contact with several other users on Twitter discussing these same anti-black accounts that are allegedly run by Asian Americans. And in regard to that, I do think that they are run by, or rather are being operated by Asian individuals. This woman by the name of Diane Yap that I happen to do a video on, for those of you who do not know, has been around for a very long time. Not necessarily a long time, but you have to recognize that she has been on C-SPAN. She also has a Substack account. This Diane Yap, she is quite well known for being very vocal about her opinions. This is quite obvious, so I would say that, and they want me to type in my email, and frankly I do not feel like doing that, but nonetheless, Diane Yap is a very active individual on social media. She is well known. And there are other individuals that I talked about who are not on Twitter, but they are elsewhere. But nonetheless, there are Asian individuals who think like this. Let me just say that. There are Asian individuals who think like she does. Alright? There are. It is not uncommon, truth be told. These are things that I dare say are in the marketplace of ideas, and people are shopping. They have ideas. And so there are many Asians who have the same ideas. As for myself, I am here merely to challenge those ideas, and to be challenged. I do not agree with Diane Yap. I was very, as you saw in that video, WB, it is very easy to destroy many of the arguments that people such as Diane Yap use. It is well known they are using things such as crime data. FBI crime data is horribly inaccurate, and you can find so very many stories about it. It is well known to be inaccurate. I do not know why this browser brought that particular screen up. I do game, but I did not go to this screen. I do not know why that was brought up. But anyhow, you can find a great many stories about and articles from all manner of news publications telling you that the crime data is terribly, horribly inaccurate. And so the group of people we are dealing with oftentimes are individuals, in some cases, of Asian descent, and they will use that crime data as their sort of ideological hammer. However, you have to recognize that ideological hammer will not hit. Once you recognize the truth regarding the FBI crime data, which is a voluntary type of statistic. In other words, the police officers, the police departments are not doing this because it is mandatory. In other words, every crime data, every year, crime data statistics are inaccurate because they never receive all of the crime data. And so these are huge numbers of all manner of demographics that are not being included in that crime data. So in this wise, you have already won one argument. Every time any Asian or, beige person decides to tell you that, well, black people do the most crime. Oh, what are you citing? Are you citing the most authoritative data, which is the FBI crime data, which itself is horribly incomplete? Do you understand? Do you understand how that particular argument is a problem? You have already won that argument. So I just want to let you know that, so that you can really have that sort of assurance when you engage in contentions with many of these individuals, whether it be on social media, whether it be in person, or what have you. Now let me continue to read. But once again, I will address that first point. For certain, there are quite many Asian Americans and Asians who do not even live in the country, such as Nobita from Japan, who have a great deal to say about the black communities and black populations here in the United States, foundational to this country and otherwise. All right? Whatever black is, they have something to say about it. And they are Asian. And we know this. So no, many of these individuals are not allegedly Asian. No, many of these individuals are actually Asian. And many of us who are what may be called foundational black American of both Aboriginal and African descent, or even if you are just an individual who does not have that lineage, we as black individuals are being talked about in this country by even other black people, are using things such as crime statistics from the FBI, which, as we know, as we can look at any particular article about it, is said to be horribly incomplete. So I want that reality to sink in, that you have won this argument. If any Asian person brings up this argument, if you take anything away from the video about Diane Yap and other anti-black Asians, you can take this away. When they bring up crime data as a resource to use and claim, I have the crime data, and the crime data saith that black Americans are violent people, or black Americans are just worse than other populations in this country in any sense, but especially in regard to crime, you already know how to combat that. If you took that away from that video, that is very good. If you did, I did my job. All right, now let me read what else you happen to say. I think it would be interesting if all of us casually chatted on a few key individuals and accounts and see what all of our collective research looks like together. If there's enough content, we could compile it into a more informed video or record or general discussion. People like Diane Yap are dangerous, and I think there would be value in responding to their hateful rhetoric. Well, very good points, my friend. However, I have to disagree regarding her speech as being dangerous. It is as dangerous as any idea can be. I will put it that way. And it is just as I have said. We live in the marketplace of ideas, and people are shopping. And what we should do, in my opinion, and you and your friends, you all have a plan. You are planning to put out some social media to counteract some of the social media that she is sort of releasing, which will not be a hard thing to do, truth be told. Now, compiling things into a more informed video, as good as that is, I would say that more than anything else, whether people watch a long video or not, whether people have a long or short attention span, I have to say personally, in my opinion, it is better to sort of release content, over, a course of time. And it is good to compile data. However, I do hope that you happen to, if you release something and I release something and someone else releases something, do not worry, the word will get around to an extent. There are other people also, black YouTubers who, like me, have done a video about Diane Yap, and there are other people who are also on Twitter doing things. So I think, honestly, if you want to talk about this to me, if you think, if you want any of my advice, or you just want to talk to me about what I know or what I think about it, I do have an email. Please do check the comment section. You will find it. You can send me an email if you want to use the comment section. Do not worry. The comment section is completely open. No comment on that section, for the most part, will go down. My comment section really has no rules. That forum is a very free forum. If you have any ideas, if you just want to use the comment section, you can. If you think maybe you don't want to use emails, personally, if you use the comment section, that's easier for me. But if you just want to share ideas through email, you can. If you think someone could be looking at our information, I suppose, and you want to sort of keep things in private, sure, you can send me an email. You can use the comment forum, or even both. So it doth not matter to me. I am very happy that you would like to sort of basically provide some ideological nuance to the conversations that Miss Diane Yap is really starting. I think that helps more than anything else. Now, personally, as hateful as her rhetoric is, I do not really call it dangerous, because she has a right to say it. So, that is just my opinion. Now, you saw from my video that I was really able to understand exactly what Diane Yap was saying, even though she tried to basically attempt to sort of make it seem as though she was not saying that she wanted black infants to be aborted. And so you were able to see that video and you were able to understand it, and that means a lot. That means if people can watch that video and understand that Diane Yap really did tweet that, she really did post that on X, then I think that does a good deal of good. So, anyhow, if you have any ideas, if you want to send me an email, please do. Do not feel intimidated in the least. I think you have a good idea. I think that you and whatever friends you have who have a plan to sort of basically counterbalance some of the arguments that Diane Yap is presenting is a very good idea. I would say that Diane Yap obviously is a racist, in my opinion. I would say that Diane Yap is obviously bigoted, in my opinion. And I think many people would agree with me and you. So I think that is an excellent idea. I do wish the best of luck to you. If you want to get in contact with me, it is very easy. Thank you for considering it. Thank you for leaving that comment. To be entirely honest, I do think that we have basically already won this argument. A great deal of Asian people who are speaking against the black communities in the ways that they have been doing so are using the FBI crime data as an argument against us. And they have already lost. To be entirely honest, and you know how, and I know how, just about every, popular news publisher is publishing articles about how the FBI crime data statistics happen to be horribly incomplete. We have already won this. All we have to do is just express our opinions about some of the things that Diane Yap and other people say, because I think they are not going to be willing to debate us or any of us, sort of face to face or on stream or what have you. Not that that matters all that much. Truth be told, what matters for us, who may be really interested in this subject of anti-black bigotry from any particular individual, is just addressing the arguments. And I think if you do that, you will be fine. And I think that is true for any of us. I know sometimes it can be quite intimidating dealing with these matters, but for me, I do videos on impulse. I talk about all manner of subjects on the channel, from social trends, cultural matters, religion, all manner of things I talk about. So, in sooth, I do hope you go through with your plan. If you want me to help you in some way or just join the discussion, please say something in the comment section or give me an email, because I certainly will help you in any way I can. Anyhow, thank you. May you be blessed, and farewell.